Good evening, everyone, and welcome to some more Super Metroid Randomizer tournament action. Tonight we have a good one for you. It's a 5-1 matchup, so no one's getting eliminated tonight. azder versus AceZer0, both 5-1 in the tournament, going to be going at it. Both of them really good friends of mine, so I'm real excited to call this race. My name is Tracy M. With me today is Metroid MST. MST, how are you doing today?
I am here. I told you I was here for moral support.
It works for me. Yeah, you wanted to explain our mode today?
So we've got everything turned on. We have it's a randomizer with the countdown, so you'll see a number in the top left of the HUD that is saying how many majors are in the area, not what they are, just how many are in that area. So that can kind of help steer players a little bit. They will have a random starting location. It's full area random as well as boss shuffle. So we've got lots of switches flipped, and we're about to see what it's spat out this time.
Upper Norfair. Okay, so this looks like the Bubble Mountain start.
This looks like Bubble Mountain, yes.
So it means we're probably gonna get we'll get a morph ball in a area very early, and then there's one other item up here that we're gonna get.
Yep.
And we get Varia first. Which makes sense because everywhere is heated.
For the course. They're not going anywhere with the start without it.
I mean, we've seen azder do some very risky hell runs during this tournament, but and succeeded them too. But I think even azder would have trouble with this one.
We see two different methods for Bubble Mountain. azder taking the trickier wall jumps, and Ace is taking a little bit longer, but a much safer and easier setup to get up the bubbles and through there.
All right, morph ball should be in one of these two locations. I think it can actually be at the wave beam missile location.
I believe we can. They're definitely picking up.
Well, there's our three majors because we're gonna get a morph ball.
Yep. Actually, we don't necessarily. Do we need the ball?
You know what? Is there transitions we can get to without it? Well, okay, it's right there, so it's irrelevant.
Okay, see.
But yeah. Interesting question. Do you start checking connectors, or do you? I guess you need ammo. We have no missiles. We have no super missiles. We have.
There's no lower Norfair connection because they don't have a power bomb or screw. So that's
I think the only place we can go is the chronic boost room. I don't think that requires a morph ball. Wait, no, we can't. Oh, it's cathedral. Okay.
Ace is going?
Yeah, Ace is like, oh yeah, no, he's gonna realize.
You can wall jump and get the item.
And it's not even cathedral. We can check cathedral, but we can't get the item without a morph ball. So it's gonna be business center. Oh, we can get this. Never mind. We have a morph ball. I'm just being dumb. But we do get our first power bomb, which opens a lot up.
You'll have to leave the high jump behind because that's a missile door.
Yeah. But two connectors over here, so maybe it takes us someplace good.
They can only get to one connector because the other one's blocked by a super.
That's true. We have one connector available. But now we can get to chronic boost because we have those power bombs. So that's...
Okay, yes, you are correct. Seat opened up backwards.
Or Tracker D-Web making a very good point. Now we can't go back to Bubble Mountain because no supers to get through the super door or any ammo.
G4. Well, I think it wants them to go to Wave Beam. Do they all have to do?
They can't go to Wave Beam. How are they getting through the door? Oh wait, no, the blue door is the first one. It's the red doors are the second spot. Okay.
Yeah, you can wall jump. I guess that's in logic because there's nothing else for them to do.
yeah. Sometimes that's how you figure out that something's in logic.
I did not realize that was in logic.
Also, yeah, this is a total reset, and gonna be a total reset for both of them.
Yeah. See
if Ace figures it out quickly.
Actually, is Ice Beam and Logic, they have power bombs, but they don't have an escape. They can get out, but they don't have a logical escape. Unless Speed is.
You know, they have power bombs. Oh, we can't get in because we don't have supers.
Super, right. I'm so used to having basic ammo.
Okay, now Ace has got to realize that he has nowhere to go.
Yeah, I realized he was actually making the right decision to check wave beam before he decided not to. Well, this is kind of an interesting start for an upper Norfair.
Yeah, and you know what? They both made the same mistake. So azder a little bit ahead just because he figured out he was stuck first. But not a huge difference. So you know,
we get to see more bubbles. That's all right.
Kind of one of those things that, you know, we are pretty new to these random start modes, and if you were thinking about it, if you're really experienced with these, the thought of saving before going towards Business Center might have been there. But you know, I don't blame him for not thinking about that, because like how often has this ever come up? So we have to do this little wall jump here.
Gotta lure Kamer down here. Which is not, there it goes.
There we go.
Hey, there's
Hey, look, a super pack. Now we can do everything. Yeah, I forgot about that lower door that we have to get into this room. More supers!
Okay.
Well, we know where our power bombs are, so that's good. So you probably get your supers. And I could see maybe checking the reserve area for more ammo. I could see skipping it as well. We'll see.
Since they know where a power bomb is, I imagine both will actually skip that.
Yeah, I mean, I could see either way. I might just check the first item if I got the D-boost. Because that's how you're getting over there if you're doing it. And then if you fail the D-boost, then just whatever. We'll see what azder decides. Yeah, he does want to check it. It's another super pack. It looks like he's gonna go all the way through. So I mean, with plasma beam, those you can shoot out the little seahorse guys. So that makes it a little bit better.
Ace save here. He didn't get his supers.
Yeah, azder says, you know what? Never mind. I'm not gonna go any further. I've got 15 supers. I know where their power bombs. Now if he goes over to Business Center, he won't be soft locked. I mean, an extra power bomb pack would have been nice. I mean, we're pretty good on supers for this early. An E-tank would be really nice right now. Ace gonna have to do this wall jump as well. Yeah, you know, you can't go this way. This is the puzzle of this game, you know. Like, if you play this game casually, you're coming in through that door and you're trying to get up there and you can't do it, so.
He's at least seen it as possible. That's... Ooh, nice wall jump.
Yeah, I did that wall jump very nicely. As you're not even gonna check these minor items. Again, might have done high jump boots. I don't think I would do ice/crumble shaft, though that's pretty slow. But 3 very quick minor checks there at high jump boots. But azder's the type that if it's got extra door transitions, you know, he's just gonna say, "Yep, I'm not gonna do this right now."
Takes time. Although if this takes some... Okay, red. This is
workable. Yeah, red bin 1 major item. 3 of them are really quick right here.
It'll be an X-ray, let's be real.
Yeah, of course it will. But he's gonna do the most dense area first. I mean, to be fair, the side hoppers would kill him if he got hit. Now, I mean, he knows how to get through that without getting hit, but... Yeah, that's true. Area, so 60 and said, well, he'd be pretty bad off if he got hit. But
you only need 1 health.
Yeah, I know. But this will be better. I mean, the point is he knows how to do it without getting hit, so he would have been fine. But it's fair to go down here and, you know, 2 items for 1 major.
And in a full rando with countdown is generally what players decide to do is prioritize dense areas, and see if their majors that they're looking for are there.
I'm a little surprised he's taking the save now and not after he checks the item.
He might be setting up for early X-ray.
That could be. It's not his favorite thing to do. And it's not anywhere close to in logic. We need 1 more E-Tank, even with Various Suit, and we need something, like bombs or Ice Beam or... Okay, or you can just get Space Jump and it's easy.
We've got the major, and Ace is actually working his way back with those power bombs. He's gonna do something different.
I like Divergence. He's got other... There's a whole bunch of entrances over here that he can check.
Yep.
Wreck ship with 2 items. Now, of course, if Fantoon's not there, azder does okay, yeah. You know, I mean, here's the thing. You've got a pretty decent spot for your save. You can check this item. That's bomb. So there's 1 of our items, and I probably aren't going to see them pick that up, unless they're really looking for that other wreck ship major. Gets a missile pack.
Say, if it was vanilla Fantoon and he went with just supers, that'd be... 5 missiles is not much better.
No. 5 missiles is actually pretty horrible. But Various Suit, I mean, very doable fight. Could be Kraid. Of course, could be one of our other bosses that we just can't do right now. And I guess he just wanted the minor item.
Which is fair. Could have been the other major.
Apparently we saw a little bit of West Meridia with 1 major item.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, with no majors left in Red Bryn, we're not even going to bother with X-Ray. And there's East Meridia with 2 majors.
Getting some information.
Skip Spazer. I'll see if he decides to do a tube check. Not in logic yet with that high jump or gravity, but a lot of runners, you know, will like to try and do that to see if they can spike something out of logic. Because you only get 1 shot at it. Okay, criteria with 2 items. Oh, high speed. Oh my god.
Well, here's one of them.
Okay, every time we start saying number of items, we see them almost immediately. And interesting, they both hit criteria from opposite. Oh my god, it charges.
The answer. Okay.
Okay. So both are items that the other one's going to want to have. Is this going to be the 2? Yeah, this is going to be the 2. Blow up right now. And it's Crocomire with an item.
I'd say this is probably just a bunch of garbage.
Yeah, last week Croc was hot. Like, it felt like 2/3 to 3/4 of the races had something in Croc, and oftentimes it was a suit. This time, you know. Interesting part about these majors, unless either one of them finds the other entrance before exploring the rest of criteria, they're probably going to be very late to the other major. Now, It does mean they could get like extra E-tanks and extra ammo, and you know, like 515 is not enough. I mean, I guess technically it's enough. There was an old low percent route that actually did five missiles, 15 supers back in the day, but or maybe no, sorry, it wasn't low ice, it was low speed. They did 5 missiles, 15 supers, but not exactly the ideal ammo. So getting a little extra ammo is not going to hurt. But those two majors are pretty much as far away from each other as you can get.
It's not pulling anything out of Ridley Maze.
Yeah, no more power bombs left. That's kind of unfortunate. azder with the extra power bomb pack will have a better shot at doing stuff there. Screw attack, you know, for a major that you got really quick, that's not a bad result.
It's not bad. They've only got the 10 power bombs.
It's not.
5's in this case.
It's not really what you were looking for, but it's one of the. It's not something you reset. Although I don't think he has a save in a spot that would make sense to reset anyway.
I think he's going to go back to criteria now.
I think that would make the most sense.
And the nice thing for azder is the tube is just a one-off and he's done.
Yeah, he never has to do it again. When Ace gets there, I wouldn't be surprised if he does the same thing. Whether he actually kills Croc or not will depend on what he's still looking for. We know if he hits it from... Like, there's a good chance that his last major item that he's going to find here is going to be that speed booster, and then he'll check the transitions right after that.
He could check the mode relatively early here,
oh,
so he does have to
green
refill
Brin.
power bombs.
Okay, so azder's going to abandon the criteria area for green Brinstar.
Also one major.
Yeah, Ace with charged plasma isn't going to be worrying about picking up so much ammo, although something that's gotten some players into trouble a little bit. You got to watch that ammo until you have a Zeb skip. Right now, Ace doesn't.
There's the major in green Brin, okay.
Oh, that was quick. So I wonder if azder just turns right back around to look for the criteria major.
He might want to get the exit in green Brin first.
Yeah, that'd be fair. Which, you know, might actually go to criteria at this rate. Yeah, criteria has quite a few connectors.
He's got two more connectors.
But not gonna go do Edikuns or anything like that.
Ace is not going to load first, so he is gonna last location that.
No, I think what he does is he's gonna check the Terminator item, and then he's gonna check the back of Gauntlet, then maybe the front of Gauntlet, and then I think you go to Moat and check the connectors. Back is just gonna be minor items. Double supers. If you're still looking for charge beam, this is going to be interesting because if azder gets back to criteria, there's a good chance he actually gets those supers because he won't have charge yet. Unless there's an unless he finds another entrance that gets him closer here.
There's a lower Norfair.
Of course, it's probably not Ridley down there. You'd kind of want to have it. I think you'd want to have at least one more super pack or like a bunch more missiles. I believe this would be enough, but it'd be a powerbomb fight.
Yeah, not ideal. Though they do have some attack protections.
As to who's ahead at this point, I have no idea. Like, nobody's ahead yet. That charge beam for Ace is in kind of a bad spot for azder. Where, like, Ace is definitely going to find that speed booster. Okay, this is Kraid, so yeah, we definitely go check this out.
Yeah, this is one of the dead ends.
If you're azder, you're hoping it's not Ridley. Frankly, yeah, we're not in position to do Dragon either. Unless you want to do Crystal Flash strats.
Unless Grapple's behind Draco.
I mean, we've seen it.
that.
We've seen that happen. That happened this week, or maybe it was last week. Yeah, I think it was last week. Cause I think it was Kevin Astix, and he hasn't played yet this week. So, where he was going to learn the double spring ball jump on the fly, and then end up finding grapple behind Dragon. But yeah, shoot those
for Ridley. I believe.
I'm pretty certain it is.
This is.
But
it's really slow.
It's a terrible fight. if you have to use all your power bombs, it's not an ideal fight.
Yeah, he's not.
I don't think he's planning on it. Okay.
Okay. I thought he was just gonna check the boss real quick.
Well, if he's gonna farm supers, he's gonna try the fight. This is gonna be really, really slow if he does go for it. And there's really no place to farm PBs here, so he's probably gonna have to go in with just those 12. Unless he wants to farm 3 PBs here, which really slow.
And
it's great. That's boring.
Whatever. Whatever.
Okay, we were worried about nothing.
Oh my goodness, I can't watch.
I know, Ace picked up the reserve.
This is how you tell good players from other players.
And he's gonna go get those supers in the back, which I think is, I think that's a good play, because now he's gonna be at 25 supers for Ridley. Which, again, with these power bombs, he's gonna have enough if he runs into Ridley. And I mean, he's got the charge plasma, so I guess maybe he doesn't really need it. 25 supers plus charge plasma is gonna be a pretty comfy Ridley fight.
I think Ace now knows. Oh, he's got the landing site, PB.
Yeah, he's got things he can't do.
And the mode.
Yeah, because Ace doesn't have that space jump either yet. Because he hasn't been over into Red Brinstar. So his only option to check that's left is the moat. So he's got to hope that this is going to be the major, and it is. So it's going to work out for him. Okay, so we have one more connector in Green Brinstar to check.
Oh, but I have them all, so it's lower Norfair at this one.
Oh, that's right. Right. Oh, he might do it now.
Now, yeah.
Yeah. I think this is a decent loadout for a lower Norfair dive.
There's still the issue of potentially Dragon showing up. There are 3 majors here, so we might get a way out. Or just get a whistle.
I mean, he could just, again, RBO strats are available. The bad thing about RBO strats here is without grapple beam. With grapple beam, the RBO strats are easier because you damage yourself down more easily. Problem is, if you have grapple beam, you can just grapple out.
Yep.
Oh, right, there's the Green Burn elevator that AceZer already found. And now he's got the 30 supers, so the Ridley fight would not be a problem. He's doing this.
Not check the moat before the connect?
No, he hasn't.
Up to check it.
He saw one item. He's like, yeah, I might as well. I would have checked the moat first. I don't know. Ooh, an E-tank. So all the miners here are really good for AceZer. Still not really a great situation if this is Dragon though.
It's a 1 in 3 chance. What's the possibility?
1 in 3. You just said it.
Wow. I am very impressed with you.
Actually, it's a little. Technically speaking, it's actually a little bit greater than 1 in 3 because we already saw Vanilla Kraid.
Yeah.
So the chances of Ridley being vanilla here go down just a bit. Whereas if we'd seen literally anyone else in Brinstar, then it would just be the 1 in 3. Because the numbers get kind of skewed because there's 23 possibilities. We cannot have all 4 bosses be vanilla. He's gonna take a save. Meanwhile, Ace in Red Tower. Yeah, I mean, chat pointing out, Vince in chat saying, yeah, looks like GT. Oh, GT, you think it has to have something? No, I mean, it doesn't, because Ridley could have something.
Ridley.
There's power bombs of shame, and there's the mouse missiles. So that could be our 3 items, but odds are something in GT. It would also be all 3 items in GT, which would be absolutely wild.
Well, the dream's alive.
Okay, so yeah, we have a guarantee of something in the GT area. Yeah, Ace, unfortunately, is going to be last locating his major item in Red Tower as well. We'll see if he does early extra. I know it's something he's been practicing, but I don't. Similar to, I know azder only likes to do it if he has like a backup, like bombs or ice beam or whatever. But one of the things that puts it in bad logic as opposed to like space jump. It might be the kind of thing that Ace might risk in this matchup, which would be unfortunate because it's not the major. Okay, he's gonna go right past it. Yeah, I like that call.
In Countdown, I don't agree with that. If there's one major and you haven't checked the top, it's so much more likely for the item to be up top.
I completely agree. Okay, so let's see what we got here. It looks like Fantoon. With our second, we know one of the wreck ship items is bombs. azder scouted that.
We're not very likely to see what the wreck ship item is.
I guess it depends on where it is and when the runners go back to it. I do think we're going to see a reverse acid dive here. With 3 items still left in lower Norfair, I think you just do it. I also think you do GT from the front, because there's a really good chance one of those items is just sitting there at that GT missile.
Yes, even though azder does have space jump, GT is available to get from the front without.
Right, because we do have the Varia tweaks on. Which means, basically means 3 things. It means BT is activated upon item pickup, not upon having bombs. It means that the wreck ship B-tank is available, that location. And it means that exactly what you're talking about, we can go to GT from the back and drain the acid. Ace looks like he's about to get his space jump. First amphitheater, I don't know the exact numbers in terms of the cost, but don't forget, Varia suit is 3/4. It does 3/4 less damage because all the environmental damage is all in the Varia suit. So 4 tanks is enough to do it. Ace finds a wrecked ship. It's like he's also going to scout these bombs and sees them. With his, yeah, I can see him, like for him, this is 3 bosses he can do. Now, we know 2 of them won't be there.
Yeah, he's got a 50-50 shot of this.
He's got a 50-50 shot. He also could do the RBO strats. I know he's one things we've talked about. We're teammates, we're partners. I think he's done it, but again, the issue is damaging yourself down to the point of being able to do that crystal flash to get picked up.
Good save for the trip here.
Yeah, the space jump doesn't make any difference here.
Yeah, literally unusable.
What does help is he's got a bunch of supers that he can kill these pirates with if absolutely necessary. But looks like he's gonna get up there. The screw attack is really nice because once you get out of here with almost no health, you have these pirates that you can kill, or you can just super them.
That's
That works.
We've got 3 items at GT.
That is okay. That's amazing. don't think we've seen. Okay, I know I've never seen that before.
That's
This is one of the, that's what makes one of the things that makes the countdown really interesting, because if this weren't countdown, you'd probably just leave GT.
I absolutely personally would leave this.
But health not so great.
You know, it's fine. And we did get Ridley a wreck ship, so this is
Okay, so Vanilla Dragon.
Dragon.
So it's good that azder didn't try and do this earlier, because even with that berry suit, he did not have the means to do this fight. Or if he did, it would have been a really, really slow fight.
azder taking the front. He knows this front item will be a major, so might as well.
Might as well pick it up. Oh, Ridley could, yeah. Okay, that's a good point. Chat making that Ridley, there's a good chance Ridley has an item. So not 100% that this has the item, but I mean, you still do it this way.
Does Ridley count, really? We'll see.
Yeah, he does.
Well,
oh, baby. Okay, well, that's ammo/charge mode for azder. I don't think he's going to get that charge beam unless he finds that connector that's to the back of Blueprint. Yeah. That's way out of the way. And he's already got at 35-45 supers. He's 35-45. He's at a really good ammo count.
Yeah, hits it.
And Spring Ball.
Very good item.
I like Spring Ball. I don't go nuts over it like some people.
It was nice that Ace was able to get that on the tail end of the Ridley fight.
And X-ray. And he's got the plasma beam. He doesn't know that the charge beam is something he's probably not getting. But we still have a couple X-ray bosses, and he might get it.
Ace gonna check the E-tank here. Nope. Okay. That is fair.
Yeah, I wonder how much a wreck ship he checks.
I guess he's gonna SMG3 it and save before check.
Yeah, I mean, the save's available. Do you have our tracker? Always on top of things. Trackers. There's a reason why I call them the MVPs. Apparently, SpeedGaming was his spooky missiles, and obviously he doesn't want SpeedGaming because we've got plasma beam.
That's Sasha.
Oh, yeah, D-Web was telling us in the Discord. Sasha pointing it out in chat.
Oh, wow. Okay. Good luck. You're both.
So, yeah, both. Yeah. Thank you to both of you.
Sasha's moonlighting as a tracker.
Get this front.
Oh my god.
Okay,
okay, well, let's see what this is, and maybe.
Oh, that's the other Norfair. Okay.
Yep. Which could take him back to that criteria location. Because I want to say this was at Chronic. I can't remember if it was Chronic or Single Chamber. It was one of those two. Hey, you get a refill. Refill! Woohoo!
Didn't need it.
I mean, not all of us can live dangerously like you do.
It doesn't work.
Or was what, West Ocean? I had it in Brinstar.
Oh, this is really. Oh, okay. I was gonna. This is actually really good for us. He's gonna get this charge beam very quickly. He's gonna grab the missiles and then pick up the charge beam immediately after. And this is full go mode for azder. Ace looks like he's gonna find lower Norfair from the front. Ironically, he was doing a lot of practice on high jump lists right before the race. Those of you that were watching early on might have seen it. MSC and I were talking about how, there's so often that doesn't work out. Like, I've seen more people lose to high jump list lava dive than win to it. But if he pulled it off here, he'd get his gravity suit pretty quickly if he went to GT.
Would also be his go mode.
Yeah, it would. But yeah, I mean, I don't blame anybody for not doing high jump list lava dive. Just it just doesn't pay off as much as you would think. So azder needs to get back to Rex ship, and he needs to. I think we saw East Meridia somewhere.
East Meridia was off Red Brinstar.
Okay, we have not seen Turian.
Yes, we have.
We have.
Was up and
Oh, that
Remember,
was right here at the very beginning. The thing that
soft
soft locked them. How soon we forget. Yeah. Okay. So, azder should know where all his connectors are. Just needs to go to them.
I don't know why he's here.
I don't either. I don't know that. Have we seen any of the connectors to West Meridia?
We have seen 3 of them.
Okay.
But I missed one.
West Meridia has so many connectors, and they all kind of run together because West Meridia is the. It's kind of a weird hub because there's no bosses and.
He's heading to East Meridia through this because this takes him to Red Brin.
Ah, that's right. Okay. Okay. Ace, meanwhile, back in Criteria.
And it's really not Ace's fault that he's in this predicament, and azder's just full on boss hunting right now. Like, Ace did not make wrong decisions.
No, not at all. Like, there was that early divergence, and when they made the early divergence, it was very unclear which route was going to be better. It turns out azder's route ends up being a little bit better. But, you know, it could have gone the other way. We weren't sure if and when azder was going to get to that charge beam. That was one of the things that Ace had as a benefit to him. Not, I guess 2 items. Oh, you look for ice beam, and you find ice beam. You know, sometimes the seed
if there's one
just
thing
says
I've
yes.
learned from this mode, it's that you just make the wrong decision and you will be rewarded for it. That is what this mode does. I'm sorry about some of you runners. I'm not naming names, but some of you made absolutely terrible choices that just happened to work out. Because the seed was like, sure, why not?
And we got microwave for Batwoon and for
of course. You know, because why not?
Ace back in Green Brinstar gets his wave beam.
At least he got his major up.
And I don't think he's checked the connector, so that should give him
yeah, he'll get the lower Norfair.
Yeah.
And
oh, those are high jump boots. You want those?
Oh yeah, you definitely. Yep.
I mean, I don't think there's like nothing else he would have gone back for, honestly.
Okay.
I also
back.
I also really appreciate the Shine Spark to get back there. Yeah, the siege is. I mean, in some sense, that's good news for Ace because with those high jump boots at Batwoon E-Tank, he will not get sucked into any kind of suitless Meridia play. Bootless, suitless, as we like to call it in SMZ3, is never in logic with these settings. Shouldn't be in logic anywhere. Total, if you're listening. That's a whole different story. I doubt he's listening. It's like what?
He's
2 in the
at
morning.
least 5 hours ahead.
No, he's like 8 hours ahead of us. No, it's like 6 in the morning. Maybe unless he's like morning coffee, but it's Saturday, so probably not.
Weird early morning people. So I wonder if, because there's still a couple of connectors azder hasn't seen, so I wonder if he's going to take the back of East Meridia here and hope for a vanilla connection to Rex ship.
Yeah, we've seen all the dead ends, so
we have the back here in Rex ship. I don't know.
It depends
I
on.
didn't see the left.
Yeah, it depends on how many of those East Meridia connectors we've seen, because those are the only ones that I can't say for sure. That
Okay,
whether we see
back,
it or not.
then it was in criteria. That's the one I missed. So that'd mean West Meridia and final West Meridia and East Meridia will connect up. Okay.
I think Ace's biggest problem right now, honestly. I mean, aside from just the routing just not working out as well for him, he's hasn't found Kraid yet.
Yeah, he saw Lower Norfair. He didn't scout the other entrance in Green Brinstar, which is where Kraid was.
Yep.
So this is.
And he's gonna have to.
Here.
And I can't see him not reverse acid diving, because he's gonna see that there's 3 items. I guess two items.
Yeah, because
he got the Ridley item. He's gonna know there's 2 items back there, and it's just you can't just you gotta go check them at this point. You have no high jump boots for Suitless Meridia, and you're running out of options otherwise. Now he probably goes all the way back to the front because he knows where this spits out, and I don't think it puts him anywhere near where he wants to be. So it's gonna be really slow backtrack back to the Kraid location.
And that's something that the area does too sometimes.
Yep.
There's a boss here, you gotta do it, so there's majors, it makes sense to come here, but efficiency-wise, in terms of the routing, it's not going to work.
And as you're about to go into his Ridley fight, this will be a very quick 20 shots. Could supplement with super missiles if he wants to make it the fight a little bit quicker. And one of the nice things about Area is because you get the free refill in Torian, using your supers to make the fight a little more optimal makes sense. In any percent, where we would have also 10 supers, although it'd be 10 max as well as 10 in inventory, you typically won't use those supers because you want to save them for Torian, even though it would make your Ridley fight potentially faster.
You could say it's terrain ammo on the elevator. I was trying to make it work. Look.
Yeah, you're trying.
It's past my bedtime.
It's Friday.
That is all bosses down for AceZer. He knows where G4 is. This is a full random start. That is... I
don't think he can sub 50 this, but he's definitely going to sub hour this.
I think he's going to sub 50 this.
You think he's going to sub 50 this? We'll see how quickly he can get to... We'll have a better idea when he enters Turian.
Yeah, well,
because he should be able to do about a 6 plus minute Turian. Then, yeah, plus a little bit of the escape. So.
So I guess while that's going on though, we could mention both these runners are 5-1. So the loser is not going to be knocked out of the tournament. The winner just moves on to the bracket stage. The loser will be in a play-in to get into the brackets.
Now we did figure out. I mean, it's going to depend on the race tomorrow between Zeb and Nevdi. So that's a very important race for those of you in the 4-2 bracket. Although I think it turns out that it's like one outcome gives you 11 runners for 14 for 11 spots. The other one's 15 for 12 spots. So yeah, I guess it's if Nevdi goes 7-0, there'll be an extra 4-2. So that would be the 12 players for 15 spots. So it's like don't finish in the bottom 3. Which, somebody's going to finish in the bottom 3. Like, there's 3 people that are going to be out, and it's going to be a shame, but it should be fun to watch.
Yeah, so AceZer's already in second.
He's already in turn, yeah. I think I did say I want to see when he got to Turian, because that was part of it, but yeah.
I don't think this could have worked out any better. Yeah, Web is right. There was a 3-minute soft lock in this.
That's right.
This could not have worked out better with his routing.
Ace, in the meantime, needs to search out those other 2 lower Norfair items.
Yep. Unfortunately, taking him away from Kraid, but he kind of needs to get these.
Yeah, unfortunately for him, yeah, I mean, I like to save here. If it's nothing, he can reset back to this. He's not going to reset back to this.
Yeah, no, he's not resetting back. I think that might be more for safety, just for the acid dive. Especially when these key hunters are...
Oh, yeah, that's not ideal.
He has that piece of trash on him, so...
Yeah, that's true. I don't know if it's full. And he could Crystal Flash if necessary, although the timing on the Crystal Flash is a little trickier. Since
well,
that's not going to work. So he could, yeah, again, could Crystal Flash. I don't know what the correct number is to play that Power Bomb for the Crystal Flash in this situation. But getting hit by another, yeah, now it's just too late.
Yep. It's just... That reverse acid dive is no joke. Without gravity.
It's kind of one of those with this number of E-tanks is one you can't make mistakes on. You cannot get hit by those space pirates. You know, as you're gonna get his 20-shot Mother Brain fight. We'll see if he chooses. Oh, okay. You only have 4 E-tanks. I was about to mention stand up, but that's just dumb. You can't do it.
You know, that'd be a feat. I'd like to see that happen.
Already through.
Also enjoy that we get told that there's no major items in the
You know, I like that too. I find that very amusing. Yeah, this is not gonna... Ace is not making this.
Yeah. He took a hit. He landed on one of the golden...
Yeah, if he hadn't landed on the pirate, he would be fine.
So something you can do to mitigate that is morph and morph to reset with all gravity, with all speed, I should say. That can help mitigate things like that from happening.
When I get in this situation of doing this reverse acid die, I like to just, especially with this May supers, I just like to arm supers. And just be ready to shoot the sea again. He's just taking too much damage.
Yeah.
Like you've
got... He's gonna Crystal Flash before. He's the pockets reserve to do that.
Yep.
Oh, he wants to do it. Okay. Oh, well, there's one way to get your reserve popped.
Okay, there it is. Okay, he's fine now. Yep. It also didn't help that he didn't have that screw attack from Crocomire that AceZer had to just get through the key hunters in the first place.
Yeah, if you're Ace and you see coming up a finish in the race room,
yep.
What are you thinking at that point? Like you didn't make any objectively wrong decisions.
Nope, you did not make. You know, I really liked that he went for the route divergence he did. I mean, granted, he doesn't know what AceZer's doing. You know, he can't watch, but. When you're playing a player that you know, oh, and this is unfortunate because he's gonna get from the wrong side.
Yeah.
Oh no. But yeah, the point being, you know, trying to do what you think your opponent that you think is better than you isn't gonna do is usually a good call. It doesn't always work out, but. Like, okay, it's not what I want. he's gonna be sad right here.
This is not gonna be what you want.
This is where he's just sad. I mean, he's got a beam combo that's gonna make very quick work of GT. He hasn't seen it yet.
I would like to submit this race, Tracy, as proof that Palette Rainbow makes you faster.
Okay. Sure.
Empirical evidence.
And there's
there's
the gravity as azder finishes up with an official race time of 48-41. GG's to azder. Punching his ticket into the main bracket. Ace, again, not out of it because he will get a chance to play his way in.
Yeah, that's quite a time for this week.
Yeah, I haven't been keeping track, but that might be one of the fastest, if not the fastest time we've seen.
That's definitely the fastest I've seen. It could have been others, but...
And joining us is azder. Wow, that was quite the route you took.
Yeah, just good items there.
Yeah, Rando's easy.
Yeah, I mean, there was just some early divergence. Ace didn't take a bad route, but you know, you it's funny because you found that screw attack early and then did Kraid before lower Norfair, which helped. Ace hasn't found Kraid yet, and just as you were finishing, spotted his gravity suit, but unfortunately didn't go from the vanilla direction.
Yeah, I have to say I disagree with that decision with how many majors are left, but I suppose it's a play of like
I think
probably being behind from the acid dive deaths is like you want to cut that corner.
Yeah, I think part of it also was that he had already gotten a major from Ridley. So for you, it was three remaining.
He did Ridley. Oh god,
He did Ridley.
Yeah.
So for him, it was 2 majors left, and whereas for you, it was 3.
He is. He said he's forfeiting to get into the interview.
Yeah,
so.
we'll go ahead and mark him done. Just wanted to give you your time first, and then we'll get him in here.
Yeah, I don't know. This time is nuts. I was just hoping for like sub hour would be sick.
You
But like in these settings, like these settings are ridiculous. I was like legit worried going into this week because the first few seeds that try to do these settings are just brutal.
Okay, there we go. But yeah, we saw some brutal races with some absolutely brutal logic this week so far. So, so yeah, it wasn't just the practice races. Just this was I in fact it was kind of funny because Adirondack Rick, he does all the shout outs to Rick for doing all the scheduling and working with us as much as he does. But every week he's like, okay, how long is this mode generally going to take? And like some weeks I'm like, yeah, the best players will do these in under 90 minutes easily. And then this week I said, yeah, this is the equivalent of your inverted cross keys from the Link to the Past tournament recently. This is the long one, so I can't really guarantee anything. And here we are.
I did do one thing that was kind of objectively bad this seed. Well, besides the soft lock at the start, I guess.
Yeah, well, you both messed up there, so that was pretty even.
I had a feeling that he'd make the same mistake too, but like I didn't want to go for the high jumpless bottom of double chamber. Anyways, I felt like it was a time wasting play, even if it turned out to be, I guess, required. Or I'm not sure. But the one bad thing I did is like once I was effectively in go mode, getting charge beam, I should have gone out of front of Upper Norfair to get to Red Tower that way, because that's where all like the entrances I wanted was. But it felt bad going to that spot knowing Turian was also there, and I felt like I should look for a different entrance because I had so many unknown entrances. I should look for a different one to get me there faster, but none of the options that were on the table left could have gotten me there faster, and I didn't realize that until I started taking them, and I looked at my sheet and I had all Red Tower spots checked, and I was like, oh well.
and we do have AceZer0 joining us. Ace, GG's. I don't think you did anything wrong in that seed. It just azder basically god routed it. There wasn't much you could do against the route he took.
Yeah, GG's azder. I mean, I definitely did some things wrong. That's that's maybe a bit of an understatement, but I don't think it was as bad as the time difference for sure.
No.
Whatever that ends up being when I actually finish.
Like your background is probably fine.
I mean, the first thing that I did, obviously, was the first soft lock and forced restart when I, didn't have any missiles or supers when I got to the left of Cathedral and couldn't do anything. I've done like 3 or 4 business center starts, and I've not had that happen where you have to go through the bottom door to double chamber.
Mhm.
And, now I know that's the thing.
Now we all know.
Yeah.
I mean, you both soft locked there. You took a little bit longer.
Yeah.
I don't know if you thought there was more you could do, or if you just weren't ready to give up. I don't know, but either way, it was.
And all I did was check the entrance to the top, and I went back down to I was like, at least I can scout the croc escape, I guess.
That's reasonable.
And then make sure that there's not something I'm missing.
Mm-hmm.
But
I mean, that was not that certainly wasn't a big difference. That wasn't going to decide the race for sure.
I should have, I guess, in retrospect, maybe gone for the high jumpless lava dive, because that would have saved me a lot of time.
Yeah, it was kind of funny because you were practicing it before the race, and MST and I were talking about how rarely that actually pays off. And when you got there, I think it was right about when azder had just picked up the gravity suit, and I'm like, this actually would be a time we would benefit to do that. But it's just I see more people lose to doing it than win to doing it. So not doing it
and
was fine.
Like in practice before the race, I was doing kind of poorly, but in general, I can do it pretty consistently if I get 2 attempts. So if I can climb up and fail it and fall back down and try again, I have a really good chance of making it on the first or second try. So that's what I want. So the 3 E-tanks I had was not enough to do that. That's 1 attempt. And if I fail, that's a reset. So I was like, I really don't want to do it on one attempt. So I'm going to leave and maybe hit everything on the back of a lower Norfair anyway. But
yeah, I mean, lower Norfair was the only area you guys hit where everything was late. Because it felt like every single area you hit, you would get the item right away, except for it was a little bit of divergence going because you both took a different connector early on. But it was funny because azder goes and gets speed booster from the connection right before you went and got charge just out of the connection. So
Yeah.
Okay.
And
that was the other thing. I know I'm not very confident on CWJ, so I was like, I mean, moat's probably the item, but I don't want to go back up and then check the item and fall in the moat, and then it's not the item, and then go back to the corkscrew room for the transition. But I should have just went for it, get the item right away, obviously.
Yeah, and then of course the azder having picked up both space jump and screw attack pretty early.
So where was screw attack? Because you mentioned that in the. Where was Croc then? So what was left? The back of
It was in the
ship?
tube.
Oh,
So
the
it was
tube! I
logic
didn't open the
without
tube.
high jump
Right,
and
okay.
crash.
I knew I could do the back of wreck ship too with space jump, but it's terrible.
And not in logic.
Going through East Ocean. So I thought about doing that as a big play, because I definitely felt really behind. I mean, obviously out the gate I feel behind because it's azder, and you're way better than me at all the mechanics of the game.
The way that screw attack was so out of logic behind the acid dive, but yet accessible, was super hilarious.
Yeah, and see, the ace when you were trying to get through the acid dive, you just kept taking damage from those key hunters, and screw attack just makes that not happen.
Well, not even that. Just there's no high jump, messed everything up there too. That's another thing that I specifically practiced this week. It's really interesting because I was trying to dial in okay, what do I need to do this reverse acid dive? How many E-tanks does this require? What movement? So that I know when I go into it, that I have enough, and I'm not trying to set up with 2 E-tanks and forcing something that's just not going to happen. And this is exactly the amount that I was feeling that I could do comfortably. Was 4 E-tanks specifically, basically no movement. But I left the speed booster on the first time, and it screwed everything up.
I didn't even think about the speed booster. And then, I think there was... I just don't know what the timing is for the crystal flash and the acid. I've heard numbers 80 for when you should lay it, but I I've never done it myself. I've always either died or gotten out.
I've done it and gotten lucky, and I've never failed it, so I don't know. I don't remember like what the range is because I always just wing it, and I've done it like twice and gotten lucky both times, and it's just worked. So I was hoping not to have to do that.
So acid damage by itself with Varia is 1.5 times the rate of heat damage.
Okay. So you need to be above. Like,
yeah. So heat damage is
90 or so.
Heat damage is 15 per second. Acid is 90 per second, which Varia quarters it, so it's 22.5. So, and then if you've got heat and yeah, that's the.
It's
the,
a lot when you have both.
This calculation's tougher, but it's like not that much worse than just normal CF and heat, so it's not too hard.
I see you're in East Meridian now, so by now you know where the high jump boots are.
Yes.
Yeah, so I mean, the one good thing, like you were never going to get baited into doing suitless.
Yeah, I mean, I did think about it. Like, I didn't expect that we both would have that reset. So when I saw like that, which one was it? With the top of like Everest up there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That the one where you can fall down.
I was like,
yeah.
Man, do I fall down? Do I check like crab supers?
Yeah.
And I don't remember if I had spring ball at the time, but it, like you can go mama turtle and try to spring ball jump out, and it's terrible, but it's doable. And there were items there, or there was
one.
I think one.
I think there was. I think one in East Meridia. One in West Meridia that we never saw.
And two in East.
What did we not? What did we not get?
Grapple. I didn't get grapple.
Grapple must be grapple. Yeah.
It must be. Yeah.
Okay.
Because we saw bombs. You got.
Grapple is. I saw it in the credits. Grapple is crab supers.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So see, I could have got grapples. That would have worked out.
There you go.
Except it would have not been that helpful.
You're gonna get your ice beam too.
And yeah, after an embarrassingly long time trying to shine spark.
I really appreciated. I really appreciate you got the shine spark and went down to the bottom and shine.
I mean, I got the charge and I just fell off the edge on accident. That was not intentional. I was having a lot of trouble with like shine spark timing and just ledge grabs in general. I kept trying to I think that's just something that I do when I feel like pressured, like obviously by a better opponent, but like if things aren't going my way, I try to just rush things just a little bit, or try to ledge grab a little earlier, and then I don't make it high enough, and then it's just worse. There was a lot of that, I felt like.
Oh, I do that all the time.
But yeah, I mean, overall, I think my route made sense, and I didn't really get lost until a little bit, I guess, at the end, kind of like when the race was over and started typing in chat while trying to play and forgot where I was going.
I love this. So if you watch this back, you'll see azder goes all the way past the high jump boots and then shine sparks back to go get them. You stopped.
I've done that before.
I was just so happy with my item set that I was just wasn't even thinking about it. I was like, wait, that's high jump.
Actually,
okay, I want that. And I was like, wait, that's high jump. I want that before the boss.
Yeah, and then you had you checked the aqueduct miners for your ice beam, so that worked out.
Yeah, that was kind of. I was on the fence about that check, but that was just part of what made it super ridiculously fast.
I probably would have skipped those if I hadn't already lost. I would have skipped the aqueduct ones, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I actually can't believe Charge is just where it was. That is just so casual stumbling into it.
Yeah, we weren't sure if you were going to get it or not. Because okay, is he going to get to this entrance at any point? Or is he going to be farming? Yeah, no, the charge beam in bottom of criteria.
Okay.
Yeah.
I misheard. Okay.
Yeah, I azder, you must have spent very little time in criteria because you went in and got your speed booster, kept interested, left, and then went in and got your charge beam.
Unfortunately, I got everything there.
I didn't want to stay in criteria because the criteria checks looking for one major are awful, and there's probably going to be a transition that spit me back there at a more convenient time somewhere else.
Yeah.
And I wanted to do whatever else I had. I forget. Green Bryn, I think, was the other thing.
Yeah, Green Bryn was around that area too. Yeah, because Green Bryn was corkscrew.
Instead.
Yeah,
and that has corkscrew. Wait, no.
No, I don't.
What?
No.
I closed my map.
Yeah,
I closed my map.
Green Bryn, the elevator room is corkscrew.
No,
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
Yes, it is, but that wasn't the dichotomy I had.
You got there from the bottom, from like the New Bridge side of Green Bryn, probably, because that was.
Wait, why did I?
Where was that?
No,
you went down the elevator because you got your wave beam immediately, and that was the major there.
Okay, hold on. Freight elevator goes to red elevator. Red top goes to friction front. Okay, I didn't do that. Red right, mode, red bottom. Oh, no, I doubled back for Croc. That's what I did. But then, yeah. Okay, yeah, never mind. The thing I doubled back for was checking the tube entrance before committing to Criteria. But then Criteria was like, I want to check the entrance. And then I was like, yeah, I want Green Bryn over Criteria. Because fewer entrances and more item density. That's what it was.
So Ace, moving on to the play-in. Now, I mean, I the thing is, I would probably say this to everybody because it looks like there's only going to be 3 people left out. But how do you feel about the play-in? Are there any modes that you'd like to see rolled for the play-in?
I feel pretty good about it, honestly. Like this, for some reason, I always seem to do poorly with random start. Like, I make mistakes that I wouldn't otherwise make, or just like the other modes that go with it. For some reason, just like it just doesn't like click with me. Like I haven't done well with that one, like in practice or in races. So I'm hoping it's not random start. I feel like I've gotten a really good handle on light area. But full area is also really fun. I enjoy it. So either way, if there's area rando, I'm gonna be happy. But I don't know. I feel like obviously everybody racing's really good in the play-in race, so I'm not like super confident that I'm gonna make it. But I, like you said, the numbers kind of dictate that like most people are gonna make it, so it's probably fine.
Yeah, I mean that's what you tell everyone, right? And then it just feels extra bad when you don't make it because everyone's been telling you, yeah, you're probably going to be fine.
Yeah, look, if you want to feel like really pressured during the race, I'm fine with that.
Honestly, like this week 7 has been ridiculous, just because, like this is the most chaotic mode, and a lot of the like 4-2 people have to race this mode with their tournament lives on the line, and it's just, I was very glad to not be 4-2 going into this week.
Yeah, being 4-2 here is just, I mean, somebody's got to win though, so.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's it is probably one of the more volatile week settings, maybe the most of everything, just because there's just so many pieces to the puzzle that you have to figure out.
Yeah, I mean, I've already won more than I expected to win coming into the tournament, so I'm going to be happy either way. But obviously, I really want to win, of course. Yeah, it's just been a lot of fun, like learning all the modes. I think that's going to be the hard part too, is not being able to practice one mode, because that's something that I've noticed. Like being able to do 5 to 10 seeds to practice for a week, like, really helps a lot, especially if it's something you're not super used to. Like I'm not that used to like Chozo, so like that was huge. So not knowing which one it is going to be kind of rough, I think.
Yeah, it's going to be like that's another reason I was scared to like even have a chance to be in the play-in. Is really anything could happen. I don't assume that I would play slow, but like you get a ridiculous seed, maybe you're like one of the only people that missed, like maybe you missed the jet and you end up like doing some suitless crap because it looks like the answer and like nobody else did. I don't know.
Yeah, things could happen. And we saw a seed, I think it was yesterday, where the various spot was it was one item in Upper Norfair. Barry was sitting there. You called that race, azder. Barry was sitting there, and one player got it, the other one didn't, and just
Yeah, this race reminded me a lot of the one that I called. Yeah. And unfortunately that was a 4-2 race. So.
Yeah, it was. So, unfortunate for that one.
It's still a fun mode to go out on, though.
It certainly was a fun mode to watch this week. I mean, the nice thing was, because it's week 7 of Swiss, we got a lot of really close matchups because that's what Swiss is supposed to do. So we've had some really fun races this week. And try to drag this out so we can actually see Ace finish.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is my least close race out of all 7 weeks. So.
I mean, because I did double check. There's nothing coming up on this channel. I will mention there are races yet to come. I believe, yeah. So, and SpeedGaming 6 right now, we have Snake versus the Crane Op, and then a big one coming up at 12:40 a.m. That'll be Ruya versus Vibrant Colors. That is another 4-2 race. So that one's definitely one. If you're inclined to stay up late. Or in, a better time zone that isn't as late.
If you're inclined to wake up early.
Yeah, if you're like in Europe or something.
Honestly,
that should be a really good one.
That matchup is like one of the most extreme, like only plays rando versus only plays vanilla matches.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. Yeah. Like, I don't even think I've seen Ruya practice rando. Like, he's always showing up in my list and it's like going for 41. And I'm like, okay, it's not rando. And in Vibrant Colors coming from SMZ3 into SM, and it's her first time in one of our main tournaments or league, but I know has done a lot of the SM Rat tournaments, so yeah, that's a very intriguing matchup.
Yep.
And then tomorrow I will highlight. We haven't gotten channels for anything. Well, no, we've got channels for the 2 matches I was going to highlight. There's probably going to be other matches on Restream tomorrow, but I wanted to make sure the ones that had still a playoff meaning, bracket meaning, got on there right away. So at 4:10 on SpeedGaming Main, we got Dirksu versus White Mage Becky. That is another 4-2 matchup. And then the big 6051 between Zeb and Nevdi, that'll be at 9:10, also on SpeedGaming Main. So those are definitely ones to watch. Zeb already claiming there's not going to be any undefeated players left. We'll see if he can put his money where his mouth is on that one. So that's going to be a fun one.
Yeah, I'll be real happy with that match because I'm a coach for both players.
Oh gosh. But yeah, still a lot yet to come. I guess I could highlight the there's still 2 other matches left on Sunday that are playoff related. So Simo and Slaughter is going to play at 2:10 on Sunday, and Derp and that's a 5-1. Derp and MM2. I think these are both 5-1s. Yeah, Simo and Slaughter's 2:00. Derp and MM2 8:40 on Sunday. So those are the ones, and there's still plenty of other races to watch. And like I said, with Swiss, we get these nice balanced matches. But those are the ones that are going to have playoff implications. So,
yep.
All right, there you're on the escape Ace without your. I guess you wouldn't have screw attack on at this point anyway because you turn off resistance.
Oh my goodness!
I know, no quote unquote free down back.
Not doing the free down back. Both did the spin jump method. What the heck?
Yeah, I did. The other thing, my favorite part of the seed, the most fun part, was when I realized that I could Shine Spark at the climb earlier, and I went back down a couple levels to do it. I hope that you appreciate that.
Yeah, I mean, I missed it. But you
really?
really did it. Yeah, I missed it.
I started wall jumping up, and I was like, wait a minute, I can Shine Spark. I have Speed Booster. He's going to be so proud that I remembered for once.
I am proud you remembered. This is, for those of you that don't know, we're teammates, in League, and then, of course, we do partner a lot for SMZ3, and I've told him several times to do that Shine Spark. So glad we got it in there, and get your GGs in for Ace in an unofficial race time of 1:13.19. So
Yeah, these are two runners in the same seed that didn't really make neither one really made a wrong decision, and we have a vastly different time.
Yeah, the only, I mean, it was kind of the only thing I would question. By then, it just didn't matter. When you went to GT, and granted, in your case, Ace, you had 2 items left, as you had 3.
Oh.
So having to, it was a little unfortunate at the end of having to loop around to get the actual item that you wanted.
Yeah, Ace checked how prune, and I went left side.
Wow.
I mean, I only needed 1 item, and it was the gravity suit. So if the gravity suit was a screw attack, I could save myself a GT fight.
I mean, that's fair.
That was the thinking.
Yep, I mean, it's absolutely fair thinking.
just don't do Ridley before going there, maybe? I don't know. Just a thought.
Then I had to do reverse acid dive on 4 tanks and Variasuit before going to the boss.
God, where was Ridley? I did it last. Was that Rex Ship?
Ridley was Rex Ship. That was my first boss, I want to say.
Why did you do that for... Oh my goodness.
Because I found it's the first one.
He had much better ammo when he went to Rex Ship than you did.
Charge plasma. It was free, except for I had to turn speed booster off.
Wait, when you got to Rex Ship, I don't think you even checked the boss because you were at like, I think you were at 10, 15, 15, or maybe it was 10, 15, 20. We figured out it was going to be enough if you wanted to do the Ridley fight, if it was Ridley, but when it was really slow, let's use all our powerbomb fights.
I think there were 3 or 4 super packs. I know there were at least 3 at Criteria, and I full cleared Criteria.
Oh my goodness.
Including the doubles. Because I didn't get the speed booster. I knew there was an item left, and it was the last thing I did, except for the speed lock item. And the old Mother Brain, actually. I had powerbomb issues, so that was kind of orphaned.
Mm-hmm.
That's so funny, because I was ready to do this like awful 2012 Ridley fight if it was potentially at Crade.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a little better than what you would have had at Fantoon, so at Rex Ship, so... So weepy. I just had to double check that the super. I guess is the only thing left available. Okay. Well, as we'll let the credits roll. Anything else either you want to add before we go ahead and close this out?
Looking forward to my week off.
Yeah, just good luck in the playoffs, Azder. You're going to have some fun races to watch, I'm sure. Maybe we'll somehow get matched up again, and I can have a little bit of a closer race.
I'm not sure if you want that.
I don't think I do, but I don't think I want anybody that's going to be in there.
Okay.
So
it's okay, Ace. I'll beat him for you.
I mean, I want a rematch that's closer. I'll say that for sure. I don't expect to win, but I want to redeem myself a little bit. But thanks also for comms, Tracy and MSD, and for whoever was tracking as well. It's appreciated.
Oh yeah, D-Web on the tracker. Trackers always are MVPs. All right, and with that, I've already went through all the schedule, so tune over to those other races. And otherwise, yeah, I mean, that's going to do it for us. We already have the commands in chat to follow both the runners, and so please do so if you haven't already. And yeah, I think that's going to do it. Thanks to Metroid MST for joining me at the last second. Thanks to our runners for putting on a good show and a lot of fun. Always a pleasure to call you guys. You know, you're two of my favorites. And of course, D-Web, our tracker. Trackers always the MVPs, and I really appreciate them. And Misty, why don't you close us out?
My goodness, he made me unmute my microphone to say bye, everybody.
Yes, I did. I started it. You're closing it.
My goodness. Okay. No, thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you for the next few races. And again, stick around. We've got more. Finishing up this week. We've got the play-in set for sometime next week. And then we'll go
there's so many words I could say here and I can't get the right one. We will proceed into the brackets from that point. So keep your eye out on the Speed Gaming channels for those races.